Ladies and gentlemen, never forget that Balochistan in Pakistan is not a Baloch majority state. It's a Pashtun majority state. This could be one of the reasons. I'm just guessing, I'm analyzing, and I'm bringing it to your notice. But this is always what Pakistan wanted, and there were massive celebrations in Pakistani madrasas and Pakistani mosques. Inside the Pakistani parliament, don't you remember that Pakistani spokesperson, that lady of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, who on television said that the Taliban have promised us Kashmir. She said the Pakistani state will be held by the Taliban and we will wrest Kashmir from India. That was the plan all along. Strategic depth inside Afghanistan and to take Kashmir by force using the Afghan Taliban. Now that did not happen. And this broke Pakistan's heart. Now what has happened is Pakistan has been after the Afghan Taliban to stop the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan because all TTP's bases are inside Afghanistan. And my friends, the Afghan Taliban refuses to do that. Now Pakistan television anchors, especially those paid for by the Pakistan army, are frothing at the mouth, trying to explain, angrily so, that actually the Afghan Taliban means well. The problem is they don't have a proper systematic government setup. America has blocked over 9 billion of its funds. They don't have access to money. So to expect them to behave like a normal government is not okay because they don't have that capacity to react like a normal government. If they did, they would have taken care of the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan long back. But this is an absolute lie and it's being peddled to the people of Pakistan. The truth is that the Afghan Taliban controls the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan and Pakistan does not. The truth is that the Afghan Taliban has never come on record and criticized the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan for carrying out suicide attacks inside Pakistan. Carrying out suicide attacks inside Pakistan, killing hundreds of Pakistani citizens, including their soldiers. A simple condemnation does not require money. It does not require a government structure. All it requires is a camera and a mic. But the Afghan Taliban has not done that so far, and it won't do it, and I'll tell you why. The Pakistanis for decades wanted strategic depth inside Afghanistan. The truth of the matter, my friends, is that the Afghan Taliban have managed to get strategic depth inside Pakistan. Number one, they claim an area up to Ladakh in Pakistan. Number two, they do not believe in the Durand line, the border between Afghanistan and Pakistan. And number three, they control the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. This whole logic of Pakistan saying that these are good Taliban and these are bad Taliban has come crashing down. There is only one kind of Taliban, and that is the Taliban that is against Pakistan and its people and security forces. That is the stated aim of the TTP. We are against the Pakistani state. We will target Pakistani's military intelligence, ISI, and the Pakistani armed forces. They have said so much on record. For almost a year, Pakistan has been telling the world how poor Afghanistan is. Imran Khan and recently Hina Rabbani Khar, they've gone to town telling the world how we must support the Afghan Taliban. They've told the world there is hunger in Afghanistan, that children are dying. All that is partially true. But what is also true is Pakistan has become a net importer from Afghanistan. Friends, can you imagine? Pakistan, a country that is 70% agricultural as far as the employment of its people go, is importing from Afghanistan, a country that is semi-desert and plagued by terrorism and ruled by the likes of the Afghan Taliban, the Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State. This is what Pakistan has come to. And yet Pakistan continues with the charade of telling the world that they must support Afghanistan, that they must recognize the regime, the Taliban-led regime. There is another thing about this entire area that has been spooking Pakistan. This is the international North-South economic corridor. India, in partnership with Iran and Russia, opened this route, and now this route is open to business. The target is business of $5 billion a year to begin with. Now let me tell you, this is very interesting, and should you look at the map of India, Afghanistan and Pakistan, you will realize why is Pakistan important to the rest of the world. Why did America allow Pakistan to have its nuclear weapons. Why does the world turn a blind eye when they see Pakistan indulging in terrorism? It is because there are two ways for America to get into Afghanistan. One is Pakistan and the other one is Iran. Now obviously, America has bad relations with Iran. There are a bunch of sanctions on Iran, both from the European Union and also from the United States of America. And so heavy are these sanctions that it's almost impossible to do business with Iran. So the only alternate route is Pakistan. Pakistan has nothing that the world wants. Whatever the Pakistanis might tell you, they have nothing that the world wants. My friends, all that Pakistan is good for is that it has a border with Afghanistan and therefore a route to Central Asia. And this is what people have been seeking for decades and decades. During the first Afghan Jihad, that is how America put in weapons and gave weapons and money to the Afghan freedom fighters at that point in time, the Afghan Mujahideen, to fight the Russian forces. They went from the Karachi port all the way into Afghanistan. There is a book called The Bear Trap, written by a Pakistani brigadier. And you must read that book. A fantastic account of how Pakistan cheated the Americans, stole money and weapons from the Americans. And this book is written with a great sense of pride. My friends, this corridor, this international north-south economic corridor, is how Pakistan has been totally circumvented. Today, what India wants to tell the world, apart from trade with Russia, apart from the ability of India to reach Western Europe and Eastern Europe in a matter of days and weeks, India also wants to tell the world that next time, maybe after 2-3 years, if you wish to go to Afghanistan, you don't have to go via Pakistan, you can go via Iran. Which is why Indian diplomacy is working overtime. You know, the Iranian NSA met with NSA Ajit Doval in Dushanbe, in Tajikistan. Their foreign minister, the deputy foreign minister, came to Delhi. Our delegations have been going to Iran. And this is India's thrust to mainstream Iran. What India says is this: there will be a time when America and the Western powers will want to enter Afghanistan again. India does not believe that America and the Western powers have left Afghanistan for good. They think it is temporary. And I agree with this line of thought. Next time when they want to come to Afghanistan, they should go via Iran. Circumvent Pakistan, absolutely. This is Pakistan's biggest power. It is not its so-called nuclear weapons.